Happy Consumer Awareness Week, gang. What's going on? Welcome back to your favorite solo podcast, Unremarkable. Guys, in the speakeasy here, Weekends with Dad. Another one. Another week, consecutive this time. Consecutive. It's Consumer Awareness Week. Kind of important. I think we've lost sight of the consumer awareness. I really do. I think it's important. I think that it's a great message for the day. It's a great theme for the day, and we need that kind of self-awareness in today's society. Get you a drink, guys. I got me the old reliable margarita. Love it. Can't go wrong with a margarita, even if it's 25 ounces. I am your little guy, your little secret shopper, your old drinking pal, Ghost. Gonzo Gazpacho on all the profiles, the platforms, guys. Do the hitting us up. Unremarkable.pod for the podcast. If you got any topics you think that we should be talking about, some drink wrecks. Ooh, you want your name in the marquee lights for a shout out. We will do a review of the cocktail of your choosing, whatever, you whatever's been doing you over pretty good. That'll give you an honest opinion of it, even if it's just a product. Like, margaritas are not a sponsor of ours, but I'll drink it. I'll drink it. Some people call me the garbage disposal. Some people being me. I am a great consumer, I think. I really am someone that people should probably look up to sometimes for the things that I consume. A lot of consuming. I consume a lot of shit. Whether it be, drinking, eating, scrolling, whatever, really. You want me to review your shitty Instagram page? I'll do that too. I don't care. We're in need of segments here on the show. So, yeah. If you want to hear any kind of thing from me, you want some advice, really, honestly, we could outsource a little bit. If you think there's something that we should be trying on the pod, let us know. I want to hear from you. Consumer Awareness Week, guys. I think it's very important. I think, honestly, again, we've lost touch with the importance of the knowledge of the things that we're putting into our brains, our bodies. I mean, how much plastic now is income? How much of your baby do you not get a choice of? You could choose genders now. You could choose whether the baby be blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white, American, Hitler Youth male or not. You could choose not that, but I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of Bradens, a lot of Aryans are going to be coming out soon. Unironically naming their children that, I'm sure is happening. I'm positive. His middle name's Pure. So that's a red flag. Very cool. Yeah. But the plastics. How much plastic is in your kid before it's even... I mean, now the debate shouldn't even be whether it's a child before conception or whatever it is. It should be, this is plastic. You swallowed a bunch of my plastic. Oh, Lord. A lot of my microplastics, huh? It's yeah. I don't even know where to go with that one. Honestly, it's off-putting. It's that there. I don't know the percentages, but the testicles and the brain apparently are the hot topics there. I'm sure there's plenty of other places that are storing all these microplastics, but all people care about are your brains and your nuts, and you really don't care about either one. Most of you. Honestly, most of you don't really give a damn about what's in either one of them. No thoughts in the little brain or the big brain. The little guy does all the thinking, is what they like to say. You know, you're gonna go ahead and spend 4 of your paychecks so that the missus can get a BBL because she's been wanting a tit job or a BBL, and you're being the good husband that you are. You're gonna go ahead and you're gonna provide that, but it's only gonna take you a week after those tits have healed up for you to start smacking them around and dump the clip inside of her again. And then boom, all that hard work is ruined. because, you know, I mean, during pregnant, the tits look real good, right? The tits are supposed to look real good during pregnancy. I don't know that I've heard anything about the ass, but they're just glowing, huh? They're glowing when they're pregnant. And then, you know, the fuck trophy comes out. It just ends up shooting right out of that hoo-ha just as fast as it came in. And you know, and then you guys want to go natural, so she's tit feeding the thing. All those plastics. What is that? Can you even breastfeed when you got fake boobs? You can, right? But is it, I don't know. See? Do they don't replace your sacs with other sacs or nothing, but you know, it is confusing to me. Where in a diagram would the milk be? Would the milk be before or after the new tit? You know what I mean? These are things that I've never thought about. This is what I said last episode. This is all that this really is you get to watch me think out loud, whether it's something I believe or not. This is actual education. This is where we're going to learn a little bit because we care about what you consume. Breastfeeding with breast implants is generally possible and safe. However, there are some factors to consider. Yeah, the kind of implants, I'm sure, have to do with maybe the acidity, maybe the viscosity, maybe the how much nutrients are in that milk, huh? I don't know what kind of silicone and saline implants are considered safe for breastfeeding. Implants placed under the chest muscle. Eesh. God, it makes me a little uncomfortable. They lift the chest muscle? Is that why they go retromuscular, in parentheses, are less likely to interfere with breastfeeding than those placed behind the breast tissue? See, I didn't know. There's breast. I thought it was kind of just fat in the tit or something. No, I don't know what breast tissue is. What's the difference between breast tissue and ball skin? You know, these are skins that we don't. The skin on the scrot is different from any, except maybe the eyelids. Any other skin that you got on your body. Are they a little similar? The eyelid skin and the nut skin? We're going to do a little bit of learning first before we get into really anything. We're going to do a little bit of learning because Dad's getting curious now. I don't know why, but I don't. What did I even talk about here? What did I even say? to where I'm sure microplastics is going to be they're going to be fed to your kids. They're going to be part of your kids. Think of like Vision from Marvel, where he's just like a synthetic body. That's your child. That's your child. It's not going to be real DNA after a while. And I think that maybe AI had to do with the feeding of microplastics into us and our consumption of it and how much of our bodies are turning into microplastics. We're just going to be little plastic pets for these AI bots, for these terrifying Tesla bots that were once just dumbass, drunken teenage, waddling around symbiote, automated... I don't know what to call them. Robots. They're robots. And you are not very much different. You're actually way less than that. Drone, the old layman would call you before the Syria kind of drones, like the, bad ones. Consumer Awareness Week, guys. You know what? A lot of people not watching the pod are consumer aware. Maybe they're like, I don't have the wherewithal to watch this shit. That's very aware of you. Very aware of you. And we need everybody to be aware of the things that they're purchasing, consuming, whatever. Everybody's a Amazon shopper now, huh? Huh? What are you consuming? Recently, there was a toddler. I'll tell you what they were consuming. Grandpa. There was a lady who found her toddler eating the ashes of her father. Now, I don't know if you've ever hit a dog before. But I feel like if my mother or father were in an urn and I caught my child, maybe the child doesn't know any better. Also, maybe I don't know any better. Just start wailing on the thing, okay? Because neither one of us were aware that this could have happened. The kid's just running around, dips its hand into it's watching the cartoons where there's a cookie jar. Urn's looking an awful lot like a cookie jar. All right? Not saying this woman's father was put in a very cutesy urn with chocolate chip cookies painted all across them. So maybe your kid's stupid. How old was the kid, do you think? Toddler. That can't be older than 2, right? That's a toddler. That's a tot. Toys for Tots. Where it's not, the kids aren't like really underprivileged. It's just mom and dad don't try hard enough, I think, is usually what's going on. Usually mom and dad care about, not much. 1-year-old boy, Koa. Well, there's your first fucking mistake. Was naming your boy Koa. Because I feel like you're probably in somewhere like Indiana or something like that. Some shitty state. First of all, how low was your urn? You didn't keep old Pa up on like a mantle somewhere? Not to, assume that they had a fireplace. But if, it's a British mom, well, he very well could have confused that for your guys' food. He very well could have just went through the whole thing, really not knowing that this wasn't lunch. Okay? You got blood pudding. Okay? You got dad's ash. That sounds like some kind of dish that could be made there. Pup's ashes. Pup's ashes and spackled dick. Whatever that shit's called. Spotted dick. Spackled dick. Oh. Butt play. Very cool. The TikTok clip was now. Yeah, it's just a viral sensation. I think part 2 should be you wailing on him. Really. I mean, how could you not, really? Little boy started to cry. As did probably the whole house. In tears. Oh, man. Fuck. Imagine. Well, I mean, better that than like, your 6-year-old, I guess. But really, I mean, keep that thing up higher than 1 foot and you'd have been in the clear. Your kid might not have eaten your father until it was 3 at that point. English people probably don't have many places to spread their ashes. You know what I mean? They're like, the beautiful countryside, and it's like the backyard. There's not many places to go. I'm pretty sure if you drive 3 hours in the UK, or whatever you guys want to call it now, you're across the whole island. No? You're across the whole fucking thing in like a 3-hour drive. Maybe. Try Texas. Good Lord. This fucking place will not let you go. It's like a episode of Black Mirror trying to drive out of Texas. And just you end up all the way back where you started sometimes. It's a fucking nightmare, honestly. Hate driving in Texas so far. That I will say about Texas. I fucking cannot stand driving here. Haven't been too many places, but El Paso is fucking horrific, okay? It's bad. Not in the fun Newsmax kind of way that you think it's bad. It's just the driving is atrocious. It's fucking horrible. Yeah, not much. I mean, I can't take that back, and I don't want to. I never will. You guys suck at driving. If you're watching this, figure it out, okay? Move somewhere else, and then drive there for a little while. And you know, people here think I drive like a pussy. No, I'm just trying to make it home, and that's it. And that's it. I don't need to race there. I'm also not doing 20. I see those. And here it's about to come out, and I'm not trying. I'm not trying to sound racist. But you see fucking Mexico plates, you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what kind of shit driving, but it is gonna be shit driving. Get another one of these. Fun. Very fun. Do you think poison control needs to be called if a 1-year-old eats ashes? Because a 1-year-old eats anything, then that's like a really high percentage of its body weight. It's like a chihuahua. It's like a dog. A dog can just mow down and honestly, if it's on the floor, it's probably easier for your child to eat. Just put its snout to the ground and start going to fucking town, or just eating off its hands like a fucking Neanderthal. 1-year-olds are disgusting. 1-year-olds are also just terrible people. They don't mean to be, but that is what makes it worse. That's what makes it worse. You go, yeah, well, I mean, Donnie's an asshole, but, he doesn't mean to be. I don't know why people say that kind of shit anymore. I wasn't being an asshole, was I? If you don't realize that you're a douche and you're being a douchebag, yeah, fucking nail in the coffin for you. And Koa, whatever this was, absolutely fine, as he didn't consume much. Thank God. Could have been hungry that day. Again, could have confused it with mom's cooking. We don't know. I don't know how far away the UK is from a country that would just eat fucking charcoal briquettes, okay? It's not very far. It's just all over the couch, all over him. Yeah, I mean, this disgusting drunk bastard. Look at him. His shit's everywhere. There was a drink next to it. He was washing it down. You say he didn't consume much, but he had a sip in between bites. Disgusting. Disgusting. He filled up. He sure did. And, yeah, I just want to say, listen, mandatory abortions. 4 years. That's it. That's it. It's one presidential term. It's not that long. Unless you're in jail, 4 years is not actually that long. Or prison. El Salvadorian prison. Very long time. Very long time. Consumer Awareness Week, everybody. This is for the week, by the way. So this is like it didn't get a day. It got a week. Those Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales only last a day. You get a week to think about what you did. Okay? You need some time to reflect. And we all need to take some time and just look at what we've done. Like Koa. Take a good retrospective look. Like our friend JoJo Siwa needs to do. Or Lily Phillips. Lily Phillips is back. In the news for some reason. I don't know what kind of interviews she could be doing. that were any different from the last ones. All I know is she's our hero. We are glad that she's safe. We need to do an update to make sure, there's been a little bit of time that's passed since Lily Phillips did the notorious 1,000-man in me TikTok challenge. And we need to just make sure that there's no signs of CTE, her gut microbiome is doing really good. Maybe her gut health needs to be looked at. Her pH, probably, emotional trauma. I think that's really all that she ended up getting was emotional trauma, which when it's self-inflicted, I mean, that's the price that you pay for being a champion. No? You got to traumatize yourself a little bit. You got to push yourself to the limit if you really want to be a legend. People don't understand that. People don't understand the kind of damage that you do to yourself to be a real winner. They don't get it. You really have to put yourself through shit. And I mean, who said, all the inspirational guys have said it. People are not going to understand. They're not going to get it. You're going to look crazy to them. And you know what you do? That you don't even pay attention. That's why you're not answering questions. I'm too busy. I got 1,000 guys out the front door. 1,000 guys are coming in the back. Busy. Okay? And people are not going to get it. You're going to be misunderstood. Lily, we have got your back, dude. They're not going to understand. I think that the last challenge that she had done was a little it got a little problematic because of the immigration policy, and there were a lot of guys that were looking for that work, that ended up being deported. It's always the hard workers getting deported. You know what I mean? It's not any of these lazy slobs that are from your home country. It was a very intense day, and like anyone with a long, hard day at work, sometimes you can get exhausted and upset. Exactly. Sometimes you just want to get home and kick off your shoes and not talk for a while. You got to decompress. Okay? Was she wearing shoes? She should have been, I think. I think, honestly, shoes could have helped something. Maybe if you are to keep any kind of, fluids in your body or anything like that, if you are to keep... The feet expel a lot of toxins and things. So, Lily, maybe the next time if you put one of those sticky pads on the bottom of your feet that expel toxins at the start of the event, then maybe later on you might feel a little bit more refreshed, a little bit more energy, that you carry at the end of the day. Pedialyte always helps me. Pedialyte, you might dry scoop it. Honestly, you might like the gym bros do. You might need to just dry scoop some Pedialyte. And maybe a liquid IV into the vajayjay might be a good idea. I think you're a hero. I think that not a lot of people are going to understand this. And listen, you're also going to have a bunch of posers. You're going to have a lot of women that are pretending that they're doing the same thing as you. Don't give them any credit. Then you're like, Who's our friend in the WNBA? What's her name again? Caitlin Clark. Right. Do you think Caitlin Clark spends all night thinking about Angel Reese or talking about her? No. She's not settling for a McDonald's deal, okay? They're going to do a 30 for 30 about the bitch. Same for you, Lily. ESPN honestly should be doing a 30 for 30 about Lily Phillips. This is have you ever done a marathon? This is a long day, guys. You have no idea. Look at pictures of people that have partaken in all of these kinds of events. They're shitting themselves by the end of it. It's just their organs are going for hours on end. You're just trudging through the trenches. You know what I mean? And you got to dig deep. You got to dig deep. When you're on that last quarter mile, you got to really dig deep and you find out what's inside of you. That's Lily Phillips.
No.
That is Lily Phillips. She's a go-getter. And she's going for gold. We believe in you. I think that a lot of people we're going to get a poster up on the wall of Lily Phillips. That's what we're going to do. Right next to Kramer. You're going right next to Kramer because you're my fucking hero, dude. Not many people in history, period, without it being a torture tactic, could do what you did. Nobody, besides like maybe a Saudi being interrogated, has done what you have done willingly. And I just think that there's something special about it. I think that not a lot of people think about what you have to put yourself through to do that, and for you to be emotional afterward, and think about, you know what, I'm a performer as well, and when I get done performing, most of the time I go, fuck, I could have done this different, I could have done this better, and it's okay to think that, Lily. It's okay to think that. It's a long day of work, and I think that you need to give yourself a break. You need to cut yourself some slack. Maybe, spend some time away from the reporters. Really retreat. Just spend some time in the woods with a bear, maybe. I don't know what the women are saying. No men, just bears. Well, I don't know if that's therapeutic or something. I don't know what the fuck. I'm not listening to them. But I think that Lily is fully aware of what she has consumed. And I think that also makes it so much better, is that the intent, the willful intent, and the desire to outperform fucking everybody. You're a hungry bitch, and we like that. You know what? That's just fucking the winner of the year, really. And I know it's early in the year, but that's some stiff competition, okay? So we're putting it up on the bingo card. She's from the UK. I don't know what kind of honor we can do her. Can we get her knighted? Has a woman been knighted before? Because Lily should be knighted, and if she's the first woman to be knighted, then, let's make some history, guys. Can we do that? I'm for women. I'm very pro-woman empowerment, and I think that Lily is very empowered. Drained maybe right now, but dame. Okay. So are we going to get her damed? I think she's been that. I think she's been that. Maybe dame is 20, and that makes 50. She's been damed 50 times in a day. Awesome. I think we get somebody's big sweaty hog to just touch one shoulder and then go over the head and touch the other. You need a medal. Really. God, I love this story. This is an empowered woman. And a lot of people are going to hate on that, Lily. You need to be aware. You're going to make a lot of enemies being this empowered. So, I don't know. We're very pro Lily. Sex worker. Noble. Biblical. As well. Jesus loved him some sex workers. Jesus would love Lily Phillips. He'd be there while it was happening, washing her feet, doing the whole. I think I just made like 30 people come with that comment. A lot of weirdos out there. There's easier ways to make your money, by the way, and that's just the last thing I'm going to say about that is Lily doesn't seem to be in it for the money. She seems to be in it for the sport. And that needs to be what you take away from this story, is that Lily is just an insanely work ethic driven broad. A lot of you need to maybe take notes from Lily. Maybe stop judging so much. Maybe take some notes. Maybe be a little bit more like Lily. Okay? I haven't watched the video, but I'm being aware of what I'm consuming. And I need to have dinner at a certain point. So I don't know if I'm going to... Are we watching it on fast forward? What's the speed? How long did this take? Are we watching just highlights? I mean, not everybody got a cum shot on that one. So it's like, whatever. Maybe we'll review it. Maybe we'll review it at one point. I feel like I'd hate to see it. But there's sometimes, I'm a combat sports fan. And there's, there was a certain point when women started fighting for the UFC that you end up, you're like, oh, she's hot. And then you watch them fight for a while and you're like, damn, that was a fucking humdinger of a fight. And they're just fucking beat to shit. Klingonian looking, just Bert Kreischer red all over the face. And you're like, that's a badass bitch right there. That's Lily Phillips. We love a hard worker. And we love somebody that loves their craft. And you know people that love their craft. Will Smith, I feel like not one of them. I feel like if you are going to purchase Will Smith's new album, you need to be a little bit more aware of a consumer. I think he definitely lost his touch after Parents Just Don't Understand. I feel like he touched a little too much on Parents Just Don't Understand. That being said, pedophilia joke. I don't know if you've listened to the song before, but there's some freestyles out there. I think he's just spitting some verses off the new album. And hey man, this is a guy that is doing what he can to express himself. Everybody knows Will is a big fan of expressing himself. No? I think maybe a little too much expression from time to time. I feel like a lot of attention was taken away from the thing that he wanted to be put on. But if you have seen the freestyles, not a lot going on. Not a whole lot happening. This is a man, let's brass tacks here, people. It had been really 20 some years probably since he was the Fresh Prince, since he was really performing hip hop songs. Wasn't a fantastic lyricist back when. Really riding off his nostalgic ness. Don't know what word to use there. I feel like he's really trying to cater to you. He's really trying to remember, hey, guys, he did Drink Champs recently. And yeah, he was on there. He's like, oh man, he brought up the how come he don't want me scene from the Fresh Prince. And it just really seems like he's, this one. It really just seems like he's trying to pull some kind of token coin. Trying to pull that shit out where he's like, hey, we're in the era where people don't like Eminem that much for political reasons, and predominantly the people who did like him before. Black people haven't really changed. Either they like him or they didn't, and I don't think that his political affiliation really did anything to that. But I feel like Will's like, remember me? I was one of the good ones. I wish he would just be in a crowd like trying to win the back. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, we're the playground. Just like he'll do the whole thing. He'll do that hidden verse. You heard the hidden verse with the orange juice on a private jet or some shit? I don't remember the actual lyrics, but let's hear a little bit of this. Let's go into. And I want you to understand this is a man expressing himself. We don't need to judge. We don't need to.
Lyrical lemonade. Okay.
Hold on a little bit.
Man, y'all got me a little nervous.
Lyrical lemonade.
I know that I be on some other shit. I know that I'm different. I be on some y'all don't understand it. I don't mention it. Made it to the top of Hollywood
Pause.
without a membership. Killed him in July.
Okay. Real standard bars here. We're gonna do a little bit of a breakdown. He be different. Yeah, he's what he's saying. I'm gonna cater to the whites here. What he's saying is that he's a unique guy. He wasn't exactly the norm in Hollywood, is what he's saying, and a lot of people didn't understand that about him. But he claimed his fame in the end, and he's here and he's unique, and he needs you to hear him.
Then I switch to my December shit. I be overcoming shit that y'all be having trouble with. Let them run their mouths. I mean, really, that's
Okay, go ahead here. Yeah. So he's addressing that he from July to December that he's cold. He's a cold and calculated guy. He makes his decisions in the dark, where the haters can't see him. That being said, a lot of haters. They're gonna talk about him behind his back quite a bit. And you can't pay attention to that, which Will's known for. When haters go ahead and talk trash to Will Smith, what Will Smith is known for is turning his back to the haters. Will Smith doesn't give you any time for hating. Okay? He's not gonna spend any of his precious time and moments addressing any hate. Okay, let's.
They built a wall, but I'm jumping it, loving it. They want me to be done with it, but I'm still having fun with it. Writing songs, writing checks, writing history.
Okay.
Writing wrong,
Okay. All right. So he's saying here, it's been a little while, fellas, but I still got it. Okay. I took a little bit of time off, but I still enjoy writing some rhymes. All right. And he just needs you to know that he's still hip. He's still the Fresh Prince. And even if he takes a lot of time off, he doesn't come back any worse than he is. Okay? Let's do a little more here.
Are we going to be able to use any of this?
Yeah.
There's like copyrights with songs.
There's like
and stuff.
Instagram posts of this bullshit.
Feel right mentally. I go to sleep and my ancestors visit me. They surrounded me, gave me the vision vividly, gave me a lion to protect me in this industry. Now I just walk and he chew through my enemies. Feel like I'm just getting started. They tried to finish me. I'm like the universe, infinite. There's no end.
Okay. So, okay. A lot of aggressiveness. But again, he's saying that his ancestors gave him a lion that are going to go through his enemies. This is pretty much addressing what I had said before. How when Will is confronted with hate, Will doesn't have to do anything. I think that the lion is his kindness, and that he's going to kill the haters with it. Okay, let's wrap this up with just a little bit more.
This is the bounce back. Watch Will, y'all. This is the bounce back. Here come the bounce back.
I believe this is a chorus.
This is the bounce back. With these mics, I feel like I'm custom auto. 100 rounds of life, but still boxing my shadow. Yeah, I took a knee, never threw in the towel. Though. Hip hop's Messi, Neymar, and Ronaldo.
Okay. So those were soccer references, of which I don't know if Will Smith is a fan of soccer. A lot more really of a triumphant return that isn't as triumphant as one would expect when it comes to music. I think that really all bars are same here. Is really just him talking about his emotional fortitude, and that the haters are there and always have been, and that he spent some time off and can come back and it will be the same. Again, not known to address hate, Will. Not known to put up any real confrontation, Will Smith. So that's basically where we're going with that. Terrible. Not good. Very sad to see. Kind of a hero at one point. I loved the sitcom. I also loved Andy Griffith. But he never, defended a woman that ruined his life and then tried to fight for fame again. A lot to learn from Andy Griffith. There's a lot to learn from Will Smith. But it's a lot of don'ts. I think. A lot of don'ts. Sometimes you don't have to meet your heroes for them to start disappointing you. In wrestling terms, he turned heel, I think is the term. He turned heel. And a lot of people on the spectrum can attest to this. John Cena just did it, apparently. I know from my autistic friends. And yeah, so sometimes you just need to, hey, be aware of what you're consuming, because a lot of that consumption might be hate, and you want to rise above it, and you want to persevere with some diligence, with some grace, with some something to respect, something for people to look up to, and not just be a hateful, bitter person, or a glutton for punishment. Will Smith, everybody. Yeah, very cool. That album comes out, I don't know when, I hope never, on Consumer Awareness Week. Kanye's album came out too. Kanye's album, I think, came out a week ago, it being the 10th of April. And I don't know if his album came out as like a please come back to, what's her name? Bianca Censori, I believe is how you say her name. This beautiful couple. Okay. This beautiful couple here. You can't really imagine why it would have ended. Bully is the album. Release date June 15th. Okay, yeah. So here in about a week, it's coming out. And I think maybe he's going to address all the bullies in this one. I think Kanye, not really known for being a bully. Kanye's not really known for hate. That album cover, hopefully we can put it up on the pod and not be in trouble. Hopefully he didn't NFT it or whatever the fuck people are doing now. Kanye, really just, I mean, he could have slapped this together within a night and we never would have known. I think I heard a little bit of it, or I think he might have went live on Instagram just making a beat about trying to tell her to come back. And maybe this is just a marketing ploy. Because I can't imagine this beautiful couple, why they would have split up, why they would have parted ways. I mean, look at them in public. Look at them together. What about this is saying, I give it a week? What about this is saying toxic who? Huh? I mean, they're living out, I don't know which one of their fantasies, but they've been living it out. It's a real, midlife crisis for one of them. Pretty sure Kanye is a little too old for a midlife crisis. But when you're rich, 50 is midlife. Right? I mean, they're doing all the bucket list things. He's walking her around wearing nothing but a dog collar. She's worn some Albertsons bags, really just trying to snazz it up for the guy. She's trying to dress up to appeal to Kanye. And we all know that his fashion choices are very unique. So, I mean, that's going to be a lot weighing on her, That's a lot for a woman to think about, is what Kanye wants. Imagine trying to meet this man's needs nowadays. Nobody knows what he wants. First, he just wants a Twitter account back, and then he gets it. And it's like, he's selling the swastika shirts on his website. Can't believe nobody was trying to sell those, huh? What a simple logo. That thing sold, right? We never talked about the sales. How many of these swastika shirts sold? Had to have been a good handful. I mean, more than we've sold. Not swastika shirts. Nobody sold more swastika shirts. It's gotta be stressful. I get it. Just up in the middle of the night and walk out. I mean, wearing God knows what. It had to have been stressful for her, Kanye, listen, man, you're all over the board, okay? We don't know what it is you want. We don't know what it is you need. You're like what could have happened to Tracy Morgan. Thank God it wasn't. He just threw up, courtside on St. Patrick's Day. It's St. Patrick's Day. It's fine. Tracy's probably fine, but we worried because something bad happened to Tracy. And we were just concerned. We were very concerned for a while about him. You, on the other hand, are a little problematic. Okay? So I need you to understand, maybe try to see where this Bianca chick is coming from, huh? How would anybody meet your needs? Nobody knows what you want even from consumers. So your right hand, glove, just up and walking out on you? So Kanye's 47. How old is this bitch? Because she's just like a model, right? She's 30. Okay, so 17 years. For rich people, that's nothing. For rich people, that's like 3 years. I mean, they go by like negative dog years. Look at Pharrell. The guy's still 25. He's and he is 25. He's doing a Lego movie about his life. I'm dead serious about this, guys. I love you, Pharrell. But can we die before documentaries and movies are made about us, please? You're going to make a movie about you. How? I wouldn't have expected that from you. I would have expected that from Kanye. Do you see where I'm going with this mentally? It's just not painting a fucking perfect picture. It's not drawing a perfect circle there, guys. Quit making fucking movies about yourself. Anyway, think of the consumer. Think of you as a producer. That should be another thing. Producer Awareness Day. I mean, fuck's sake. Andre 3000 was going to put an album out, and everybody was going like, everybody got real excited. And then it came out, and it was just like a Wednesday night for Lizzo. It's just a bunch of fucking flute songs, dude. What are you doing? Think of the consumer, please. Nobody's thinking of the consumer, and I think that is exactly what's wrong. It's just pushing out numbers. Cocoa melon just melting your child's brain. You know, it's microplastic anyway. That melts real easy. That being said, guys, thank you very much for consuming the episode. We appreciate you very much. Again, hit us up online on the World Wide Web to let us know what kind of drink wrecks you might want to see me review, what kind of things you might want us to talk about, topics at all, or just kind of segments to do, something. I don't give a shit. We're open to suggestions. It doesn't matter. We just want to hear from you guys. And yeah, man. Needless to say, we're going to be right back here next week. Signing titties, kissing babies, shaking hands. Miss me.